We are cranking, making it happen. Good stuff. Hello, hello. There we go. We got it. All right. Everybody, let's take a nice deep breath in. Welcome, welcome to morning meditation. As you guys know, I am Rev Kari, and this is an incredible space for all of us to be riding the current energy fields and adapting, figuring out what they are all about, how they're landing in our own systems, as well as how we can leverage them to get ourselves out to that next level. So, with that being said, today we are focusing in on matrix repairs. And it's going to be fun. I'm not sure where else. That was just the message. I saw what temple we need to dive into. So we're going to be doing that. But who's feeling the shift? Who's feeling some like serious momentum coming down the pike? It has been, if you haven't, just know it is coming. And it's a lot of like rocket ship launching, but then the wobbles, right? So huge wobbles, but also like big fuel and energy coming from within. So with that, I think that's what's really behind these matrix repairs today is to ensure uh, our fuel lines are all synced up, right? That life force energy, it's all new, has a new frequency to it, right? The planet has been going through its own upgrades as well. And so that lower infrastructure, if you will, that we're pulling and sourcing from has like nothing's rusted out, to use those, to stick with that metaphor. So go ahead. I'm going to stop talking. We are going to be tight on I know these meditations have been going long. We're going to be tight on the 20-minute. I'm going to get you out of here within the next 25 minutes because this is a good, juicy, quick fix meditation. So again, as we've been shifting over to the new timeline, that's where, and if you haven't caught some of those meditations yet, go back, do them. The energy is pinned. There's some good fundamental stuff in there to help you make some of these adjustments for where we are going. But in the meantime, this is what we're up to today. Back to our typical format of a nice quick shot of energy and then go rock your day and your week. With that, welcome to those of you just dropping in. Nice deep breath. Go ahead, roll the shoulders, close your eyes. Let the room in the moment present itself to you. Go ahead, roll the neck. And let your inner vision begin to sync with your heart vision, right? As we come out, we always match our inner vision to our outer vision. Let's take our inner vision now and drop it into the heart space. Our brain has this incredible ability to parse the field, to trim the excess in the field energetically, especially well, the way I can relate to it is oftentimes like if you've gone through a pregnancy or a highly traumatic event, it's like, for example, I used to be able to speak Spanish without even like fluently, almost fluently. And then I got pregnant, had kids, and like it's like a struggle for me to string together more than four words. So what's happening as we go through trauma, as we go through different major events in our life is that the neurocircuitry in the system, it doesn't do a trimming or a parsing very often, but it will do it in those major moments. And so, especially if that circuitry, if it's needing to direct all that energy, that brain power, that life force energy in different areas and sections. So that's what we're going to be working with today. When I say the matrix, I want you to think of your neurological system like the roots in a tree, the mind being the branches, everything within your brain being the branches. And so as I call forward this imagery, just taking a couple of nice inhales and exhales, breathing in the new imagery, exhaling out. the old and allowing that inner vision to continue to drop even deeper into the heart. And from the center of the heart, feeling that pulsing of the blood, or of, I should say, feeling the pumping of the blood through the pulse. Finding that, the pumping of the blood through the pulse. And even this of the noise that gets made. And as you're ready now, executing, starting that light link from the heart, though. I don't want you to look up from your mind and your inner vision and your imagination. I want to have you use your heart, imagining branches reaching up out of the mind towards the sun, being the tree, right? So often trees can turn themselves, especially palm trees, right? I mean, here in Florida, we see that a lot. Turning towards the sun. Plants are even better at it. So just allowing you from your heart, feeling yourself being guided to that sun from the heart. And feeling how your entire field, pretty much through the top of the heart, fills up with that golden light. And imagining that container, if you will, of the Merkaba. Even though it's the lower Merkaba that is pointing downwards, it's almost as though we've just risen that whole container up of the body, because that lower Merkaba, that lower downward pointing triangle, represents the container that we hold the light in. So it's almost as though you can feel the point of it in your heart space, and then this huge, big vessel. And go ahead and extend now in this light link out beyond that container, out beyond your physical body, beyond the room. Notice how far, when you're syncing with the golden light from the heart in this space, how far, how large, how vast that container become, and really stretch it. This is fun. Now letting it feel heavy and light. Not that light's heavy, but you catch the meaning. The heaviness comes from gravity. So allowing the gravity of the earth and the body to draw that container down, bringing our heart vision down into the womb and into the belly, so that the top of the container is no longer up around the mind, but it's like elevator down, and it's like the point is about 2 feet beneath your feet. And then the rest is mid belly, below the heart, and above the belly button. Just breathe. Feeling your whole body held in this light field, this light spectrum. Beautiful. And next, feeling the earth. Feeling the earth, and you guessed it, we're going to feel with our heart into our roots. Feel with the heart into the roots. And as you can imagine, there's the upward pointing triangle. So having the top of the point maybe land in your mind, as opposed to being up above, connected to the sun, drop that one down and in, even bringing the tip to the heart so that you can feel, for the ladies, it's almost as though like you have a full skirt on. I don't have a good analogy for the guys. You just feel power, right? You can feel your awareness of the field in the room around you, maybe of even grass. Go ahead and extend this awareness of the roots from the heart's perspective all the way out, from the room that you're in, out to the outdoors, the grass, you name it, the trees, the forest, even maybe stretching to the ocean, even if you're far away from the ocean, or to the peaks of the mountain. This would be like, yeah, in our heart would be the peak of the mountain, and the base, the valleys, and the rivers running through it. bottom of that triangle. And now letting it become buoyant in the golden light and rising up. And so it's just that all of that life force energy is just going to bob in that golden light as the two begin to mix and you feel that energy rising to the surface, and suddenly your heart and your mind are flooded with luminescent light. Good stuff. And good job. Everyone's tracking with me. It feels a little bit scattered, so just keep finding your energy. Take your time. We've never done a light link with a Merkaba, so kudos to all of you. You're hanging with me. I think you've got it, and we're ready to begin. We're going to start the spin now. Let the top triangle spin, let the bottom triangle spin. They go counterclockwise to each other or opposite of each other. And to make an electrical field, literally, this isn't me just speaking this is science. To make an electrical field, we spin in one direction and then counter to that direction. And that's how electricity gets created. You are an electromagnetic being. You are radiating a field of light and energy. And notice how when you envision these two fields spinning against each other, creating friction, it actually creates a field of anti-gravity inside your heart. Again, keeping the heart vision on. I know I've been calling on your imagination a lot. The heart feels, it senses the dimensions, and it kicks that dimensional awareness to the mind. So we started in the dimension of the body with the neural system in the brain. Tune into that. And we went out on a couple of different astral planes, looking at the mountain and the beach and the ocean, all of it. You feeling you. Now start to draw some of that in as we begin our journey today. I want to have you from the center of your heart. As though we've just opened, it's going to look like maybe a door to the basement. Yeah, we're doing basement. That's right. We're doing matrix. So yeah, it'll look like, for those of you that have ever had basements, for me, that was always a scary thing. I now know my basement had lots of life in it that maybe wouldn't be there if I were the person I am now and knew what to do with it. But for each of you, I want to have you see this basement door as though it's illuminated in golden light around the outside. And then you open the door and a spiral staircase appears. And so just stepping down, and this spiral staircase it can be illuminated. We're already synced up. So it may not be dark as you descend, or if it is, imagining much like stepping on a LED lit staircase, right? And so it's glass that lights up as you make your way down the stairs, spinning down. And I'm going to give you a count from 10. 10 stairs, 9. Oh, I just heard 13. We're going to a different dimension. All right. 13 down to 12, down to 11. Nice deep breath as we hit the 10. 10. Feel that shift in your body. We just redirected the brain patterns on the 10. We just shifted the pattern as you find that 10th step centered in a different space in the body. Notice how it's different through your heart vision. A lot of sensation in the body. Down to 9. And some of you are sliding down. That's fine. If you feel like you're just on a slide now, having fun like a kid at the playground. 8, 7, and 6. Everybody seemed to really enjoy that. And 5. We're already kind of passing through the telluric realm. These different areas where we hold different dimensional awareness. And 5, 4, 3. Take your moment, take your time on 3. Really hold the field here on 3. And again, just breathe Find the sensation. I don't care what imagery you're getting, what you're sensing. I just want you to be aware of it. You're on a lot of consciousness here at 3 because we're going to enter a new energy center. We're tapping a new well in the matrix, if you will. 3. As you're ready, stepping in, it almost feels, it feels like some flooded, murky waters on 2. As though there's been a thaw, some energy from times of ancient for your soul, frozen in time, already thawing out. This looks like a flood. And stepping down from the second to the first step into the waters. We know we've been here before. There's a drain in the center of the room. Go ahead and find that drain, and you got to walk through the water. Sorry, but truth. Find that drain and unclog it. It may have a tar seal. It may have a tar seal. It may have just like beaver dam energy, like a lot of sticks and mud. You can hear it coming up in my voice too, right? Just energy flushing out. Our root chakra, we're clearly in a layer of the root chakra that's been frozen. And not because of you or your trauma or this lifetime, but frozen on a collective level. Like I said, we've got access to new energy fields, and we're deep, deep in the matrix of your body. All right. Everybody seems to be unclogging. Sometimes it just takes a hot second for the water to drain, right? I want to have you call upon that golden light. Imagining as you draw that down through the different layers in the staircase, a flood, almost as though the golden light is now flooding down the stairs. And you let it into this room until this new, huge vortex of energy. It's like the golden light went straight for the drain and then just declogged. And all of the darkness, the density, the heaviness in this room flushed down that drain to be recycled for a greater good by the ethers reclaimed by the mother, so she may upgrade her code, so she may get her primal flush as well. So just sitting here for a moment, you may even begin to start to see the golden city, right? Golden city, golden waters. No longer beyond time and space. Calling yourself in, allowing yourself to be received in this room of ornate gold, almost like a throne room. And feeling, where is it? I know what we're trying to create, but I'm still stuck in this room. We want to extend it. So right now I'm doing a scan. I've never been here, just like you haven't. We're building out, we're anchoring in this energy center as we speak for the collective as well as for ourselves. And it is going to, see what's happening, create a main portal activation point within your energy field. So, all right, we got to jump dimension a little bit. I want to have you come into your, we're going to move into the earth chakra and imagining as though this room that we're in is actually, as you start to walk to the edge of it, it continues. So it's a circular room. It's actually like a band of gold that is lining the Earth star chakra, right? That's what it looks like in the energy body, but we're going to stay in the room. And it's almost like walking down a hallway with glass illuminated to the outdoors, right? If you were to be looking out, don't worry about that. And as you keep walking down the hallway, you notice that you're actually like just going in a circle. And so um, it's okay in this moment to feel like you're up in the sky, like in a sky city, as though we're on a needle. What are like the Seattle round circular building? That's what this golden room is shaped like. So go ahead and imagine that you're in this space needle. That's the word I want. Space needle, except your everything is gold. And as you gaze out, you're able to gaze out upon the golden city of light. You can see paradise, really, like rivers of luminescent light below. You can see people, you can see temples in the distance, you can see um, just a full cityscape, parks, greenery, gardens. Oh my goodness, the gardens. Oh, it makes you want to come down, right, from this space and explore the city. We're going to do that in just a moment. We're about halfway through. Now exploring, I'm not sure about you guys, but I went right. If I were to be looking at this from above, I went to the right, and we're coming around to the left side now. And it's almost as though there's a whole flush out. Right side holds the field for the left. And so it's like as you walk through, completing the circle, so we're touring the space needle, as you walk through, like you're turning the lights on and you can hear it. Take your time. You know that sound of electricity turning on, like a breaker turning on, and it's like you can hear this as you move through this field. Go slow. Go slow. There's memories. There's paintings. There's pieces of you ready to come through. And we've unfrozen this field of energy. We're at about the 9 o'clock position, making our way back to the 6. We're looking at this like a clock. And feeling now that draining out through the field as though there's pretty cool, a waterfall. This waterfall is waiting to be turned on. And as you do, I don't know, it's falling like we're up at the top of the waterfall. And the waterfall is pouring now into the center of the Space Needle. So like where, if this were in 3D world, like the Seattle Space Needle, it'd be where like the elevator, I assume, would be, right? But no, for us, this is it's all waterfall in the center. And this lower last coordinate quadrant between 9 and 6 in your field, it's still frozen, right? So you need to intentionally bring some of your own golden light from your hands in. And just imagine that there's a door here. Yeah, it looks like a door. It's really a force field, but it's like a door here, a block of ice, really. And as you touch it, especially with that right hand, you're recoding it for today. This right hand is holding today's current coding. Reactivating, everything melts through, begins to melt, completing that waterfall. As it does, almost ready, we are going to drop, plunging as though this ring is going to drop down the sides, down. The whole ring drops. So it's not that it's an elevator. It's like the whole ring is going to drop down this field that the waterfall was emulating. And it's going to plunge into the luminescent waters below. And in its place, the field, a new power spotlight, right? Like it's no longer waterfall. It was in the center of that pillar. It's like a new field of all of that light that we just splashed into at the bottom is shooting up to the sky. And while we can raise ourselves back up, taking a moment, just be in this golden space and this light, we just engaged our field. And you can dimensionally see from here into the body. It's as though in the perineum, the root of the root chakra, like the cord of the root chakra, it's like you can gaze into all of that power that converges at that perineum, that critical point of where the governing and central meridians hit the body. So I know we're jumping dimensionally here, but it's like just this huge burst of energy. What's cool about this is it feels like we just recalibrated our, I'm going to call, I don't know the proper term, adapter for the matrix of our system. Got totally reset. So it's like the matrix of the earth just got calibrated to golden city, golden light. And now feeling that energy, we're going to shift into the physical, feeling that energy rising through those two meridians. Notice I didn't say the masculine or feminine channel. I said, which would be like the Kundalini. Now we are functioning, we are focusing not on the current, but on the upgrade of the mechanical system, the nervous system, the meridian system. So feel this. That's why it looked different. Less about the current moving through and more about, again, the matrix in your body that carries the current. And that central and governing will start at the perineum. They run up the back of the spine, converging in the top of the mouth, and then down and through. When these two get tired is when you take a nap during the day. You wonder why you feel like tired and napping? It's because these two have stopped moving in a forward direction. And oftentimes, if you're like that point of exhaustion where you can't even function, there's no brain power, they are going in reverse. They literally do that. So just to kind of cue you into like your physical experience of these two meridians and how powerful they are. They run the primary unit, pumping the energy needed through the heart. There's only one other primary meridian as strong as these two. It's actually stronger, and that's your triple warmer, which governs your fight or flight and your safety. So go ahead and send a cord from the root. Triple warmer functions primarily everywhere. So the best spot to identify it is in your reptilian brain, because that is what governs the triple warmer in the reptilian brain. So just feeling the back of your mind. I can't remember what we call that part of the brain. And it's actually better that we don't have a name for it right now. Just feeling it getting upgraded, new circuitry. We trimmed all the junk off, and in its place, new shoots of energy are growing. I love it. All right, feeling that brain expanding, and now we're coming all the way back in. Go ahead and feel from the heart vision, the pulse of the earth, of the heart of the earth, as one with your heartbeat. Feel its pulse. Again, this is the luminescent field, radiating now like pulses of light across all of the neuron and the receptors in the body. Feeling your brain spark now with all the neurons and the receptors, and then feeling that golden light. melting its way, swirling its way around this field. And again, extending, feeling now the triangle that's capturing the golden light with the base facing upwards towards the sun, and feel how far you can extend. It's probably cosmically. You may go earth first, but notice you can capture the cosmos and feel those roots. And notice using your heart vision, you're not necessarily seeing the Merkaba, but a cosmos swirling in your heart. And with that, we are complete. I want to have you just focus in on that cosmos. We did it. Fully activated, fully full of light. Taking a moment to come all the way into your body, drawing this energy, like as though you're flexing your arm muscles. Flex that field, flex the cosmos in, right? Like feel it, really exercise it. And then bring it in through the concentric dimensions, cosmic to astral, through the astrals, through the different temples, through the body, feeling this Space Needle energetic and upgrade that we received today as we give thanks to the Metatronic field, as we give thanks to Council of Light, and most importantly, as we give thanks to the Meta-Raya, the matrix of the Metatron, the divine feminine that has been guiding us, and thanks to each of you and your heart-based intelligence that led us here today. And so with that, licking your lips, relaxing your jaw, bringing your sense of vision to match that of your outer vision. Feel the matrix in the room around you and how it has shifted, making your way all the way back. And with that, namaste. So much love in like